Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, September 9th, 2024, here for my weekly cross-stitching update. I have some to show, but not as much as I expected. This week kind of threw a curveball at me. My dad went into the hospital early in the week and found out he had inoperable multiple organ failure, and I was able to fly up and be with him. And then he passed away on Friday morning. So it was kind of an emotional roller coaster. A lot of life happened over stitching. So there were days when I was there holding his hand while he slept and can't stitch with one hand. So that's the way it goes sometimes, and being there for people is more important than stitching. So I'm very thankful I was able to go up there. My birthday was Saturday. But I view being able to be with him as a birthday present. Like, it's sad that he's not here, but I know he's in heaven with his Savior, the Lord Jesus Christ, and Jesus is with me too. So he's giving me a lot of comfort, and I'm just thankful for just being able to be there and be there for my mom. So I will share my stitching. There's a couple days with the AB Singo game I was playing that I didn't get to those projects. But I had built in 2 days later in the month that were just kind of whatever I need to put there. So that's probably what those days are going to be, are the things from Wednesday and Thursday. So I'm not sure though, because we'll probably go up for a service later. I'm not sure when. It hasn't been scheduled. So that might throw a wrench into the cross-stitch game. Because again, life comes first. So I'll share what I worked on. The one, I guess I have a couple things birthday related. It's been kind of a very bittersweet week because there's been a lot of happy birthday wishes and a lot of condolences. So it's been a little interesting this week, but I'm doing well. If you're a believer, feel free to pray for my mom and my sister they're up in Oregon, just for plans going forward. That would be appreciated. I got from my husband, I got a new journal. So this is my new planning journal for this coming year. This is the one I have from this year. I got them on Amazon, and it's just like, it's got a weekly spread and then a monthly spread. So I like to have both options. So I got a new one, yay! So I'm all ready for next year. And then I received a gift card for 123 Stitch that I have yet to spend. So I'll stay tuned, figure out what I want to get with that. That was from Colette, the Highway Stitcher. And then I got Flowers and Flyers from the Cross Stitch Studio by Desiree, my friend Desiree. And I have a crop of this, but my crop, when I downloaded it to Pattern Keeper, is a lot of blues and yellows. So it's like this chunk, I think, is what I had before. So now that I have all of it, I can kind of maybe pick and choose different chunks that I might like better. Like, I think I like this up here maybe it's a little bit more pink, or this strip. I don't know. I might change my do bits and bobs of it instead of the whole thing is very big. So I'm not sure if I'll do that, but we'll see. And then I was contacted by a different Colette. She has an online needlework shop called Charlie's Official Store. Charlie is a dog they had. And so she offered to give me a digital pattern to share, or to stitch, and then I could share it on my channel. So this is the one I picked out. I thought it was super cute. It's called the Strawberry House. And I like that she does have licensed artwork. This is by Pixel Popsicles. A lot of them look like the artists utilize AI in their artistry. So if that's something that bothers you, you may not want to shop here, but if that doesn't bother you, I appreciate that she licenses the artists that she uses. And she has kits as well, I believe, for most of the cross-stitch patterns. And she has diamond painting and paint by number as well. So that's kind of fun. So I'm looking forward to starting that probably after I finish my cupcake. I have a cupcake project. Maybe I'll show you that cover page real quick. Yeah, this one, Cupcake Dreams, which is kind of a similar thing, that it's like I can take this one technically is charted with white background, which this one was too, but I won't stitch the white. I'll just put it on something fun. But when this one's done, which maybe this year, maybe next year, then I can pull this one out and have another little fun thing like that to work on. So it works in Pattern Keeper mostly. The symbol key was on multiple pages, and one of the pages included like a little mock-up picture and some information, and whatever symbols were on that page, Pattern Keeper couldn't find. So I had to import like, 15, 20 colors, but the rest of them imported fine. So that's the only thing that was a little bit extra that you needed to do, but it still works. Okay, so I filmed on Tuesday last week. So I have whatever I worked on since Tuesday. The one advantage, I guess, for going away this week was I got more done on my travel piece than expected. So I've been working on Cats and Hearts by Kitty and Me Designs. And I haven't had as much time this school year as I've had previous school years, so I was not sure if I'd get this done before, mid-September. I might. The 15th is at the end of this week, and it's possible I might get it done by then, since I worked on it on the airplane. So here is where I got to. This is Cats and Hearts August 25 count white even weave, 1/1 full cross. Called for DMCs, except for the cat. I made DMC 535 instead of 310 to look a little bit more like Smokey. I finished the cat, and I finished all the pinks or the corals, except for the backstitch that will go on the inside of the border. And I'm started in on the light yellows. There's darker yellows to come, and then I can do the backstitching and it'll be done. So this might get done this week. We'll see. And then I can move on to September if I finish it this week. If I can't finish it this week, I'll finish it next week and then start October instead and skip September because I would have gotten behind. So I guess I forgot to show this. This is my temperature turtles. This is my temperature piece I'm doing this year, one of my designs. And I worked on it yesterday on Sunday like I like to do. So I started out working on the appendages a little bit, and then I put in the first 7 patches of September. This is 28 count Caribbean Blue Jobelin by Witchell, 1/1 full cross. And it was hot this past week. 2 more colors in the hottest temperature. One was 111, one was 112. That was 108. There's like 2 patches here and 1 here that were like 103, I think. And then this was 101. So 'tis hot. And then yesterday and today, which are not yet represented on here, are also triple digits. But then it's supposed to plummet into the 80s, which will be fantastic. It'll definitely feel like fall to us after weather like this. So I was just reading on Instagram, Rainy Day Reads over there, and on Flosstube here, but she had a post saying it felt like fall where she was, but then it's going to be back up into the 70s. So it was funny thinking like it had to get below the 70s by implication to feel like fall to her. So it's all relative. It's like 80s will feel like fall to me. Kind of funny. But so looking forward to fall temperatures, hopefully starting this week. Oh yeah. So I guess I'll wait on this one. I didn't chat with my sister on Friday because I chatted with her in person and I was on the airplane during our normal chat time. So but I got to give her a hug and talk with her in person. So that was better than stitching with her on Friday. So I'll show that. I did work on Castle Homecoming on Friday evening when I got home because that was my project for the day on the AB single board. Didn't get a lot done on it, but I will show that when it comes around. And maybe just one more piece here. So Shine Bright Sampler is what was called on Tuesday, right after my video, or I think I told you I was going to be working on this in my video. This is in the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee book. So my bingo board called this for the letter Q, and it's because it's based on a quilt. So I'm doing this colorway with Ari Floss with the fat quarter shot put together, and I didn't get a ton on it done, but progress is progress, right? So here's this one. This is 40 count Morganite linen by Fiber on a Whim, 1/2 full cross. So all the green is now finished, and I started in on the light blue or light teal in this motif right here. So there's more light blue, more pink, more one other color, and then like the pale grays in the middle. So a lot more of that to go. I think this is one more time. I think I had to take this off my bingo board for the second time to make room for my birthday start. So I'll definitely have to fit this in elsewhere in the coming months to get that finished this year. And then no progress on regular things Wednesday or Thursday, but I did pull out Castle Homecoming on Friday. Wednesday, the bingo call was H, and I used that for Homer in my Simpsons piece because his name starts with H. And then the Thursday, the call was U, and I used that for my Those Who Sing Drawn Thread piece because the things I'm working on are under the tree. So that was the U. I will hopefully work on those two pieces, give them each a day at the end of the month after the bingo game is over, because I had a couple days there that were free that I could maybe do that, fill that in. So hopefully I can make those up later. And then Friday, the letter J was called, and I had used Castle Homecoming for that because there is a jousting scene here. This is by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I finished the jousting scene. I'm working in the dragon, but it's in there. So that worked for the letter J. So here is this one, and I just worked in the dragon, so I'll do before and after of that. This is 28 count ice blue Lugana 1/1 full cross, and I just filled in more of that light blue-green color in his tummy. It's very stripy. There will be a few backstitch lines to kind of delineate his tummy, but I just figured I'd do it vertical, horizontal, just straight, make it easy. So hopefully it won't look too bad once the backstitching goes in, because the backstitching is mostly horizontal, but it kind of curves up a little. So we'll see how that looks when it's done. Worst case, I can take it out and not backstitch it if it looks better just like this. So a little bit on that, not a ton. I was very tired on Friday after having not slept much at all while in Oregon, because we were staying up all night to be with my dad. So just cat naps here and there for 2 days. So I slept real good Friday night. And then Saturday, Those Who Sing was called for the letter W. This is by the Drawn Thread because Who starts with W. And so I am working down here in these bits and bobs, hoping I could finish this in September, but we'll have to see what my day looks like when I can work on this again. So here is all of it. And before and after of the bottom part, this is 32 count Mushroom Slushy by Fabric Flair 2/2 full cross. And I finished the shutters and I started in on the bench because it was all the same color. And so I need to finish the bench, fill in the windows, and do the crows. Might be a little bit too much for one more day, but we shall see. That will come out either the 26th or the 27th, depending on which day I think might get more time. And I'll give this one that one, and then the Simpsons piece can get the other day because I want to try to get this done. So I don't know. That might be too much to do for one day. So we'll have to wait and see. And then Sunday, the bingo board called Cherry Kitten for the letter C. So this was fun to work on. This is one of my Whip Go pieces for the month of September. This is by Artisy and is charted without the background. They have a version with background with like clouds and stuff if you like that. But I had a little piece of fabric. It was very pretty, blues and purples and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I could use that. So I got the kind without background. So I got a decent amount yesterday. This is 1/1 full cross on Pole Stitches Cosmos even weave, 1/1 full cross. I did 405 stitches, which these are full cross, so that felt good to be more than 250. And it's now at 10.5%. So yay, that's good. A lot of these like light brown colors got put in, so that's fun. When I pulled it out, I realized that the top 2 10x10 rows were finished. So now I'm working on filling in the third 10x10 row. And I still have more symbols right here to pick in that row, and then I can come back here and keep picking. So it's fun that the top is all the way finished, which feels really good. And I like doing it that way because then I can pick, I don't have to spend forever in the confetti. I'll pick bits and bobs, you know, confetti symbols here, work them in wherever they go, and then when I get to that spot later, it's already done. It saves me decision fatigue and helps manage the confetti a little bit, because I left to my own devices, I might avoid the confetti symbols and be like, well, there's only one of those, I don't want to do it. But if it's the next one and I have to stitch it to finish that 10x10 square, I will do it. I will be a good girl, and then I don't have to do it later. So I like my process. It helps me get it all done without, it helps me give direction, I guess, and that's helpful sometimes. So today the call is another day on my birthday start, Bees on a Flower. This is by Ina Bedenko, and I got it on mybobbin.com. This was for the letter O for Bees on a Flower. And I didn't get very much done on the first day it was called, but I will give it another day here and see what I can do. I did some in here, so I might try counting up to work on some bees. We'll see if I can manage that, or if I just want to stick in the center and do more of that. So here is my starting point on this one. This is on 28 count Berkshire Hive Even Weave by Fabric Flare. You can see a very faint beehive pattern, and it's 2/2 full cross, called for DMCs. There's some blends, there's back stitching, so I went with a 2/2 versus a 1/1. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I think the bee might be like right here, so I think it should be countable. So we'll see if I can get some little bees started, some of those black bits. And maybe I'll get some colors finished, because the black's only in those bees. So so I think that's everything for now. It's kind of a short video because I don't have plans, and I'll be working on whatever gets called for my bingo board. This is where I'm at now with my bingo board. These are the 2 I didn't work on. So if this one gets called, I might, I don't know, because I give them a whole day. So it's like, just have to wait till the end. And then I won't get the bingo until the very end, but that's okay. This one's getting close. Yeah, so we'll see what gets called this week, and I'll enjoy working on those as I can. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful week, and enjoy what you're stitching, but always remember life comes first, and stitching will be there when you have time. And happy stitching. Bye.